Hey all, Russ here, RVerTV, welcome. Check it out. We got the Dusty Nugget out. It's Christmas time. We're going to take just a short ride out in the desert. Kind of get the dust off the Dusty Nugget. Nice to have it back on the road again. Had to do some service to it. Still need to get maybe front tires. But it's ready for our winter season, 23-24 winter season. We got the GoPros mounted. Anyway, let's have a little fun. Let's take it for a little spin. Well, I think we'll maybe make a big loop around the Big Tent property, go out through La Posa West. Maybe we'll cut over to the mountains, go check out the old mines over there in Q Mountain, and come back around and head on back here. Extremely good weather for December here in the desert. Absolutely beautiful. 70 degrees every day here. There's the Big Tent lot. Quartzsite RV show. They'll be moving in a bunch of motorhomes, fifth wheels, trailers, probably within the next week or two. Can't believe, we're down to it. A little over 2 weeks left in the year. All right, this is La Posa West. We're just gonna scoot around in here, check out, see who's camping. The town is definitely busy. Busier this year, I believe, than last. Every year people ask, is it busier? I think so this year, in my opinion. There's definitely more rigs out here in the desert already. This has become so popular now. For $180, you can stay out here for 6 months. And you got access to a water source, sewer dumps, and trash. But it gets busy, and it's also very dusty here, especially in January when all the four-wheelers get out here and get running around. I don't really care for this La Posa West as much as I do. I like the Tyson Wash one, which is about 3-4 miles up the road a little ways on the west side of the highway. But you can see there's a few rigs. They're getting all set up. This is their home for the winter. I don't know if I've ever brought everyone out this way. We're going to cut across the Tyson Wash. You can actually, there's access to it back here. The claim to fame for this La Posa West is you're right next to the showgrounds. You can literally walk. You're within 2-3 minute walk of their property. Those 2 palm trees just off to the right, that's the edge of the property to the Big Tent. So very easy access. A lot of vendors will stay here. All right, right over this little ridge here. We're going to drop down right into Tyson Wash. Right here, look at this. This is like a dried up riverbed. Just full of gravel. This thing turns into a raging river. It doesn't even have to rain here. It can be raining up them mountains, and next thing you know, a wall of water comes through here. That's why you got to be careful camping around close to these washes. Every year, usually, a lot of the rains don't start around Quartzsite till January, February. Once in a while we'll get a wet December, but normally it's cold. I mean, this beautiful weather. So right up here will be Q Mountain and a couple old abandoned mines. There's a different look. That's the community of Q Mountain right there. A lot of lots. They got a homeowners association. You own your lot. They're all deeded lots. There are always some in there for sale. People buy them for their winter getaway. Why not? Why be in the snow when you could be down here in this beautiful, warm December weather? This is gold country. They don't call it Quartzsite and Q Mountain for quartz for nothing. They've been mining here for hundreds of years. Cut through this little wash here. There's a look what we just came through. There's Tyson Wells, Big Tent property. There's La Posa West. We just drove through that area. Way out there, there's Tyson Wash, LTVA, and also La Posa South. There's a better look at the wash, how big that is. There's these old stamp mill mines. Used to process a ton of ore here. What's left of them standing. Old power poles. And there's the big Q Mountain. Then swing right back around to Quartzsite. Pretty cool look, huh? We can actually drive right up to that mine. We'll go up there. I haven't done that this year yet. It's a great view. Even Q Mountain, I mean, you hike that thing and you got an excellent view up there. Speaking of hiking Q Mountain, you know what they do on New Year's Day? A group of folks see the trails. They meet at the base of the mountain in the morning. They hike up and replace the flags. It's not a bad hike. I've done it a few times. Especially if you take the trail on the west side of the mountain. It's probably the easiest. But you can see the flags, people go up there. Talk about a photographer's dream. You can just get photo after photo from up on top there. And volunteers, once in a while, they repaint the queue. Climb around the rocks and repaint it white. Well, what do you say? Let's go up top. Take a look up top of that old stamp mill up here. It's hard to imagine through the generations, decades, what life was like out here in Quartzsite. I have to put it in 4-wheel drive here. This is a little rough. We are 4-wheeling. You always see people up here. A friend of mine comes out here. He got some cool Milky Way shots at night. He's really good at lights and doing night photography. He's got a YouTube channel called CB Traveler. Check him out. His name's Randy, and he's actually from Quartzsite. Alright, get parked. What I heard, this was pretty active, but during World War II it kind of really shut down a lot of this stuff. You can see the old foundations, there's even plumbing in the ground. So they must have stayed up here, like had offices or something. Can you imagine the noise this thing made? Oh man. Crushing rock. Oh man. Incredible. That's just a way of life then. Still see the ore stuck in the shafts in here. That timber is rotting out, but it's still hanging in. Old iron grates. Rusted up old water tanks up here. Still got a cool view, don't you? That's what I like up here. What a fun little afternoon. I love doing this, coming out here. January we'll do a bunch of trails. Now that I finally got the Dusty Nugget all serviced. Go through a lot of tires in this thing. The pavement's hard on it when you're driving on the street. Okay, well, what do you say? We'll cut out towards the west. End up over by Love's truck stop. Ooh, you know what? Intaglias, we can stop and check those. Here they are off to the right. They're all fenced off. They are protected and they need to be. These ancient art forms, I call them ancient desert art forms. There's A lot of history on these things, how they were formed, when. Kind of a big unknown. Going over towards Bouse, the Bouse Fishermen Intaglias, that's on Plumosa Road. That's another set of them. Then over in Blythe, going north on US 95, about 12, 14 miles north of Blythe, there's a huge set. They're hundreds of feet long, 100-foot wide. There's 3 of them over there, called the Blythe Intaglias. We can see there's the fish, there's an arrow. And you know, when you think about this stuff, it gets really weird. Because the only way you can really enjoy or see what these things are is from the air. There's the arrow, the fish. I'm not sure what the other symbols are. One's a man. But isn't that something? So they had to have a way to view this stuff from the air. They had to. And some claim it's 1,000, 5,000 years old, some of these things. A lot were destroyed through the years. What a view. There's the west side trail going up to Q Mountain there. See, it's a lot flatter. And that's heading all the way out towards Dome Rock. You can take 4-wheel off-road trails. We'll be doing a lot of that this winter. This is only a taste of what's coming up on RVerTV for this winter season. There's that Love's truck stop. That is one busy place in the big downtown area, Quartzsite. Quartzsite's not that big, is it? Well, good little stop. If you get a chance, come out and check these out. They are fenced. You got to park and just walk. It's behind Desert Gardens out here. Well, what do you say? We'll cruise down through downtown and make our way back towards Tyson Wells. And just like that, back on pavement. Yeah, this truck stop up here, it is just overloaded. On the weekends, especially holidays, they line up to get fuel. Because fuel's cheap here compared to California. You go to California, pay another $1 or $2 a gallon. So all the trucks load up, travelers, everyone right here. Cross over I-10. Our famous exit 17 you don't want to take in the winter. This is my opinion. And we'll cruise down Main Street. Pretty much everybody's getting opened up now. All the seasonal guys, everybody downtown. They're getting ready for the crowds. Because next month, January, it's insane here. Busy. That blue building on the left's tire shop. And we got our good old Yuck Donald's. On the left's the Chamber of Commerce, that little brown building right there. That's the place you go to get all your info around Quartzsite. They're on Facebook and they also got their website. But if you need any maps, any kind of info, anything, call them. They'll mail it out to you. All kinds of good stuff. Pretty active chamber. They work real hard. The volunteers in there, and they're all volunteers. Big yellow tank up here on the left. That's where K&B Tool is, back behind there. Then just past the pizza shop here on the right, Quartzsite Museum. They're open, I think 3-4 days a week. Then they got some food vendors set up there on the right here. Not sure what they got going. Make a right here on Central. And looky there, the kite guys are in town. Kurt and Kendra. Stop and get you a kite. Alright, make a right here in Kewen. We did it. Wasn't that a fun little loop? I love doing that. Take a little cruise in the desert. Spent maybe about an hour and a half. Okay, I won't be back down to Quartzsite till after first of the year. Christmas is just a few days away. I wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Journey continues. Talk soon.